Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short, actually probably won't be short, there's 6 knives here. I've got another unboxing to share with you guys. Presumably this is all available, so I will link all this stuff down in the description. Does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to Kansept for sending this stuff in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Today's video is but a humble unboxing. That means no review. I'm just reacting to this stuff initially, just for the first time here. I have absolutely no idea what's in this package. So it appears that these are like doubled up. So we're going to start with these two here, and we'll go through these one at a time and see what they are. And then you guys can see if it's anything that you're interested in. So this first model here is called the Thunderhead. That's Casey Spyron. Very cool. S35EN, titanium, etc. Let's just take a look at it. Probably be easier than reading, or more fun than reading, right? First one here. Oh yeah, that's definitely a Casey Spyron design. Oh, a little bit of twang, a little bit of ting there. Oh, I like that very much. That's nice. So like companies are clearly figuring this out, like the sound and resonance and things with knives, and that buyers like it. I think some like Poicolo even messes around with, is it like a tuning fork or something similar to give it that resonance, that hum. I think that's a good idea. Whether this was intentional and by design, or an accidental result of the process, which if you remember, Windsor Blade Co., his first Bestech prototype, it just happened to sound like that on accident, and people were like, ooh. Yeah, that's something that companies should definitely explore. This is beautifully ergonomic, nice, big, long sort of, I don't know if you want, what do you want to call this? You want to call this reverse tanto, modified sheep's foot, modified sheep's tanto, modified sheep's taint cliff, whatever you want to call it. It's a cool blade. It's nice, well, it's reasonably thin at the edge. Super ergonomic. Take a look at that plunge grind there for you plunge grind folks. And it's very much Casey Spyron. We got a nice little carbon fiber inlay there. Nested lock. Very, very cool. I'm a big fan of that. A little bit of texturing here. This is a nice knife. Considering, oh, that's lovely. From a guy who doesn't typically enjoy front flipper, that's real lovely. So this is S35EN. We'll get the other one out while I'm talking. And is made by Kansept. The combination of those two things, if you're familiar with Kansept, means, of course, this is a premium knife, and it's still, as far as like the knife category goes, it is still an expensive object. But when you get focused and you compare apples to direct competition, oh yeah, there we go. It's probably going to be priced far better than its standard, like its realistic competition. No ting on this one. It wants to, though. Hold on. It wants to. Maybe the black coating has something to do with that. So this is that copper carbon fiber mascus, black coated. Very cool. Big fan of this one. This seems super cool. I like the profile. I like the ergonomics, and I also like that it's on the larger side. Next up, we've got these two in the matching set. So this is called the Raven. Let's get the Raven out and see what we've got going on here. Appreciate Kansept sending all these to me. We'll do reviews, and then of course these will be given away. Okay, we have the 80s camo carbon, or the neon camo carbon, whatever we call that. Sometimes this stuff looks good, sometimes it doesn't. I think with all black, you can tell me what you think. I think with the black background, it's going to look better, right? Thumb stud opener, pretty basic drop point style blade. Really wish that Kansept would do more of their satin or shiny DLC. I'm pretty sure they've done that here lately. Kansept, you guys got to get on that. People like that, and it's going to make people really want to go after this stuff a lot more, for sure. Blackbird Blades is the designer here. So, okay, yeah, pretty straightforward. I also like that this one is not like large, but it's on the larger side. It's not like a little tiny knife. Not that I don't want to see tiny knives anymore. I just want to see less of them, because it seems like throughout 2022 to 2024, that was like 90% of what was being released is stuff that was 7.5 inches or smaller. So it'd be nice to even it out. This is a totally different knife. Okay, so I didn't get them in order. This is the Caveman. All right, Jesse Pauley would be the designer here. We have more of the 80s. Actually, this is a nice big chunk of that material there. Very, very cool. We have kind of a brass colored pivot collar over like a heat finished pivot. Big black wash titanium frame here. We got some low thumb studs. They are definitely in the cutting path. This, you know what? I think this is named appropriately. Like, as far as like a pool of names that I could call this, I feel like Caveman fits. It's got really nice action too. Hold on. Just about completely and totally falls shut. Just about. Yeah. This has a little bit of Sniper Bladeworks vibe in it. Pretty aggressive jimping up here. Nice forward choil area. Frame lock. Plenty of access to the lock itself. Very good. I'm going to guess this is also S35VN, which is a great material. Nope, that's 20CV. How does Kansept heat treat their 20CV? Are they 5961 or are they 6062, 6061? I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff in my head. This isn't a review. It's just unboxing and first impressions. That one's gigantic. What do we got here for this one? The Raven is also 20 CV. So you're probably gonna pay a little bit more for these comparatively, right? But I don't know. It's hard to say because we have some pretty like that camel carbon stuff, and especially like the copper massive. Typically, they charge a little bit more for that. So this is another Caveman. We got another big guy here, making a mess of the desk, but that's okay. The whole rest of the room's the same. Okay, so if you don't want the crazy colors, they do a basic version of it. Straightforward, all stonewashed. This is a pretty comfortable knife. The jimping is pretty aggressive. Just going to let you know. But again, same thing here. Caveman, got the little Caveman logo, stonewashed. We have CPM 20CV. This is contoured titanium, by the way. I always think it's smart when companies do a plain stonewashed version. There are definitely people who prefer the really colorful stuff, and definitely people who prefer the not colorful stuff and the straightforward stuff. I like a little of both. I think it depends on the design and what my intention is with it. But I'm going to guess that your basic version is going to cost a little bit less. And then finally, I tossed the obsidian toenail. There we go, across the side. We have, oh, that didn't slice. We're getting closer to having to, to sharpen that guy. Still going strong though. We're just feeling a railroad tie. And then this once again is the same thing as this guy, with the color scheme of this guy over here. It's interesting to me how sometimes this copper carbon fiber material can be more or less vibrant. Can you see it here? The one on the left is definitely more vibrant than the one on the right. I would always choose, if I got to take my pick, I'd want the one that's more vibrant, but I feel like that's probably subjective. I think some people would just prefer to pick up something that's a little more subdued and not nearly as shiny, even if they really want that same material. This is all black wash. I really, like, this is fine. I think it's, it's probably nothing special. It's probably like a tumbled PVD or something like that. I really wish that they would just move to DLC and do, maybe do some that are like chalky and matte, maybe do some that are satin or, close to mirror polished. I'm pretty sure Kansept can do it if I'm not mistaken. I reviewed one here recently where they had it like that. Is this on Teflon? Surely not. Hold on a second. So this is definitely on bearings. I'm going to look up in the light here. Okay, bearings for sure. Also, bearings for sure. This just felt a little bit different. That's so odd. I have to know. So magic. Nope, I was wrong. It's cage bearings. They just chose that color, and then it has, of course, the little steel washer, so it's not running on titanium there. But it just had a little bit more. I hate using the word hydraulic because that's so broad. But it had a little bit more of like a gummy, like a smooth gummy action like you would feel with Teflon. And then I looked in there and I saw this color. And, you can see a variety of different colors. It depends on what they use as the cage. But I just thought, I wonder. That would be odd. I haven't seen that in a long time. But no, it is bearings confirmed. So anyways, I'll put that back together on my own time. These are all really nice, and I'll link them in the description. You can expect to see video reviews of these down the road, but you can of course check them out in the meantime. That's going to be it today, guys. Thanks so much to Kansept for sending these in. Thanks to my patrons. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. If you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.